It went fuzzy. Oh, there it goes.
Hey, Ken, how you doing today?
Hey, Doctor. Hey, you. How you doing, brother?
You know what? It's busy, busy, busy. A lot of patients out there to take care of. So
You know what? I hear that gold fever's really, really kicking in this year.
it is, and it's really it's a serious situation. There's so many people out there getting infected by this bug, and you're like, pow, it gets you. And you just can't shake it off. And you
No,
know what you
it.
have to do? You got to go dig
What?
more dirt. It
Take more
helps.
time.
It helps.
Yeah,
Trust me,
they're
it
they're
helps.
they're digging dirt. How about out west? Are they digging dirt out there? Because we're digging dirt here, and it's we had like a early spring weather come in like 2 weeks ago, and let me tell
Yeah.
you what, they all came out, man. It was like termites, roof right to the dirt piles and into the creek, and
Well,
they couldn't get enough of it.
I'll tell you, here in the West, Southwest California, Arizona, it's been a colder winter, just like back there where you're at. We've had a little bit more rain, so they're not dry washing as much, but they are gathering buckets and running them through wet systems. Um, all I say is it's just freezing gold in place, but they're still getting it. Um, it looks like it's going to be a real good spring coming up here. But
Good.
yes, they are getting gold, and I just got back from Stanton, Arizona, where we did a detector experience out there,
Yeah,
training a
yeah.
lot of
How
people,
was
which is
that?
gonna, you know what, it was fabulous. I guess that's yeah, fabulous.
God,
A
that's
lot of
awesome.
people out there that the biggest thing we try to do is get people to spend time with their detector, and it's. I made this analogy, when you start dating and you meet that special person, you got to learn about them, and it takes time to understand that relationship. Metal detecting is the same way. Your machine needs to understand you. You need to understand your machine. You have to dance together, get in
Yep.
sync, and it just takes time. And when I tell people that the average person is 2,000 hours to get proficient with that machine, most people go, it doesn't take that long. Well, all the different hums and beeps and this and that, it does take time. And 2,000 hours,
Yeah.
that's a half a year working 40 hours a week. And we all don't have that with our detector. So when we do these events, spending time with that detector, that was the biggest
Yep.
feedback I had, is that we forced them to have time with that detector.
Yeah,
So,
I absolutely agree. It's I talk to people about these detector events. Oh, bro, come on now, and they said, "Yeah, I really need to spend more time with my detector. I got to get the dust off of it, and I got to charge those batteries and this and that." And I said, "That's why we do these events, to help you." And they walk away with learning a lot from
yeah,
these events. They look,
absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm hearing somebody knocking at the door. Do we have guests, special guest here? To talk just about that metal detection.
Well,
I'm hearing
yeah.
I'm hearing something. I'm hearing. Are
No,
you
that's
hearing it?
housekeeping. That's housekeeping.
Oh, I did. I ordered sandwiches a while ago and I never got them. So I into Uber. Hey, look who it is. Hey, we got Jim and Sam from Baden Mountain. Wow, welcome guys.
Thanks
Wow,
for
Um,
having us.
they look a little transparent there.
they do. I'm really loving that repaint job you did on the Vane Mountain sign. That looks really good. Jim, I think I drank a little bit of the mountain shine too much because I see two of you actually. So I'm going to
Well,
back off of the mountain shine here a little bit. Now, let me get one more in. Mm, there we go.
uh,
Well,
that other one's my
Uh,
brother Leroy.
oh, Leroy.
He's been on the
that
call
guy,
before.
that guy.
Oh, I
You know,
thought
let
it
me,
was Roger.
let me throw this in. Let me give you a little hook here. Vane Mountain Camp, sits right in North Carolina, in the Gold Belt near Nebo. Um, and people have to think, I just said Gold Belt. Gold is just one of the prizes there. What also sits there is relics and treasures that are hidden underneath that
Right.
dirt. So,
Yep.
in a minute, we're going to tell you a couple of spots that we can walk through in history, and we're going to bring some detectors in there, and we're going to go through, Vane Mountain's property, areas that most people don't walk into. And then we're not going to talk too much about it, but there is another property that we're hoping to get into for this next event that we can go see what's hidden beneath the topsoil there. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Awesome. Well,
that's
first,
Yeah, there's so
first
much
let's step
history in
back.
this area.
Yeah,
With
there is.
Civil War.
Let's step back. We got Jim and Sam. Does anybody even know who Jim and Sam are?
if they watch their Facebook page, they might. But let's do a little history on them.
Yeah,
Let's,
Ken lead,
let's
lead that
go
one,
back.
and let's give a proper introduction here, because we don't
Yeah,
just have two smiley faces there.
no, we have two brand new faces, and I'm just so thankful for you guys, Jim, Sam. We met a few months ago, back in around October, November, somewhere in there. We talked on the phone, and you guys were really interested in about looking at a caretaker position. And it just happened to be that you guys really wanted to do something out here on the East Coast, and we found a spot for you, and we're just so thankful that you guys jumped in there. And just from day one, at the end of November, wow, you guys just jumped in there and just took the reins. And I just started posting on the social media, on the Facebook pages, and pictures, and boy, and people are coming back to it. I'm like really excited, because I'm seeing people really wanting to jump back on the pages and seeing the things happening at Vane Mountain and stuff. So, but I'm going to give you guys a chance to talk about your background and stuff. But you do dredging, metal detecting. I mean, you guys do it all. And so I'm going to let you guys just chat in there. But I just wanted to say thank you. Wow, you just great job, great, awesome job, and
We
welcome to the show.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you. Yeah, I mean, we're from Northeast Ohio, so we came down here for the nice, beautiful weather. And, this is a special spot here in North Carolina. I walk outside the door, and you watch the sun come up over the mountains. It's just beautiful here. And last week it was a nice warm week here also, and people started coming out, and they haven't been out. Some of them say in 12 years, and they're coming back, and they're seeing all the posts on Facebook, and really excited. We're really excited. It was
Good.
a fun time last week. There was quite a few people here, and they were all finding gold. I mean, they were in the water dredging, sluicing. They were panning even, and yeah, it was a good time.
It was a good week.
W-
That's for sure.
Good, good. Have you revealed your most recent major update to the camp that just came in? What, about less than a month ago?
Which-
No, you haven't.
Which one is that?
The new. I'll give you the hint. The high speed. We'll get to that. We'll get to that one. But this one we'll definitely talk about. But no, talk about your new high speed thing.
Yeah.
Oh, the internet. Yes, we just
Yeah.
got we just got fiber optics in here, and we're right now in the
Awesome.
process of getting it all throughout the camp. So there'll be Wi-Fi camp wide. So
That
yeah,
is awesome.
that's exciting. A lot of people ask for that when they call up here.
Nice,
That is
very
great.
nice.
I knew that they put a 5G tower in a couple of years ago, but it was very spotty unless you had like one of the big carriers. And but now we had noticed that they were putting in that fiber optic line about a year or so ago. And I said, boy, you guys are going to be coming up to date. And sure enough, that guy contacted us and said, hey, we got it coming online. And we jumped right on it, right? They got it in there for you. So that's awesome. That'll help the camp out tremendously, is for the internet and for Wi-Fi calling and stuff. So, but Dominic kind of jumped on me about this other big news.
Well,
You
wait, hey, hang on. That
Yes.
was kind of a visual
a
hook.
teaser? Oh, that was a teaser. Never mind. Right. We'll
Yeah.
hold off to that. We talk to us about with that high-speed internet. Talk to us about some of the things that have been happening at the camp. You guys have been doing a lot of work up there.
Real quick, before you start talking, Jim, try to stay in line with Sam because she's looking also pretty, and you keep disappearing on us because the camera's only picking up one of you at one point. There you go. You got to stay right
Yeah,
about that level.
tighten it up, give each other a big hug, and yeah, you'll be all right. There you
Will that help come closer?
go. There you go.
Hey, look
Oh,
at
so
that.
it's that part of the camera. I gotta scoot it over.
There you go. So you guys came down, and we're very thankful for that, and you've been posting like crazy on Facebook, um, cleaning up the camp. Obviously, a lot of
Yeah.
trees had fell and different storms, and um, just really trying to make it inviting to get back there, which I think is going to be an amazing season coming up. And as people have been seeing what you've been doing, hopefully this gets out a little bit farther. We have some activities that are going to happen there. It's time for people to go home. Go home to Vane Mountain in Nebo,
There you
North
go.
Carolina. That's what we want. That's what we want. So, so I kind of cut back in there, but Jim, Sam, kind of share. Okay, great. There's internet, but in this camp, what other amenities are there?
We have a bathhouse with showers, nice hot showers. We also have a kitchen. We have an office. What else do we have in here?
We
How
have
many hookup
campsites.
sites do you have?
We have 30 amp hookups right now. There's down below is 13 altogether. 2 of those we're going to switch over to 50 amps. So for the bigger rigs, we'll have some more power for them. We also added a turnaround for a lot of the rigs in front of the camp office. What else was there?
There's the panning
The
shed.
panning shed. We got we have a high banking pond. It looks beautiful now. It's all nice and trimmed up, and there is some
Nice.
piles. There are some piles over there. We've had some people come and start digging in some of those piles.
And up top, we also have 6 electric hookups, 30 amp, and
Okay.
water.
Yes, there's 30
So
amp
the-
and water.
Let's just clarify. The hookups are electric and water,
Correct.
but I'm staying there for a long time, and my tank's getting full. What do I have to do?
There is a dump station, and we can also pump your trailer out and then dump it for you.
So I
We
don't
have-
even have to move my trailer.
Nope, it can stay right there.
That's like concierge service.
It is. Isn't that cool?
I like
You
that.
can even
I like
you
that.
can
Isn't that
buy
cool?
pay dirt. You could buy pay dirt. We'll bring it to you. So you could just work it right at your camper, come out at your convenience, and pan it, high bank it, cube it, do whatever you want with it.
All
So
right.
there's
I'm gonna attempt to put a picture up here. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to cover everybody, but when we look right here, you come into the main part of the camp, and I'm shooting real high intelligence right here, but we got a main camp right in here. We got a high banking pond right here. We have the very back of the property back there. It's actually a fairly large property. I think we're roughly around 160 acres or so right there.
It's 131 acres total.
Well, with the latest earthquake, the line kind of moved, so I was saying 160, but we must be back to 130.
Dom, don't give away our secret spots. Those are the 20 acres we.
No worries, no
The
worries.
20 acres we don't want anybody to know about. No.
So when people come down there, obviously there's panning. They can sluice in Muddy Creek, which runs through the property. Then you said we have a recirculating pond, high bankers, small trommels. We're not Gold Rush, Alaska here, so you can have a small trommel. I believe a lot of people, if they have some extra hose, they actually pump fresh water to their machine, and then that goes back into the pond. So that way they're not, using a silty water. They're actually using a fresh water, which is always a better gold recovery.
Right.
Correct.
So that's
Yep.
fantastic. And then I think you said something sucks. Dredging. You can dredge there as well.
Dredging,
I know a lot of people have been asking me about dredging there. They're like, "Oh my God, you've had that property for so long. There's not going to be anything left." Well, the beauty is Muddy Creek keeps replenishing itself year after year. And the other factor is dredging is for LDMA members, not
Right.
guests coming in that just want to use our facility to dredge. So that is a requirement, is you do need to be a member. When we do outside events, that's when somebody that's not an LDMA member can actually be dredging as part of this. So I'm kind of excited about that.
Yes.
And I know
So-
over the years, I've seen a lot of people dredging there. You have some regulars that are coming in, and they're still finding a lot of fine gold in there and some chunky gold as well.
So another thing that we've discovered is the rocks here are really, showing us some nice color. So we bought a crusher and we've been crushing quite a bit of rocks and found some nice
Nice.
stuff. So
Nice.
I recommend getting a crusher.
Now, in my experience when I've been back there, especially when we've come in with a backhoe or an excavator pulling up pay dirt, a lot of the material is very clay. It's loaded with clay. And I've watched people just sling dirt into their high banker trauma, whatever, and they're running too fast. So that clay is the biggest robber of gold that's out there, because the gold will stick to it and just roll right out the riffles. So when you're at Vane Mountain, obviously you need to slow it down a little bit, make sure you're breaking up that material in the hopper or whatever. That's if you want to get gold. If you just want to sling dirt and hope, throw as much as you want. But if you want to capture that
Right.
gold, you really need to slow it down a little bit. So
Yeah.
that's
Actually,
my
quite a
take of
bit.
it.
Quite a
Yeah.
bit. A lot of fresh water, clay claw, back it up a little bit. Yeah, that's what I've noticed as
Absolutely.
well.
I was at Vane Mountain. It was a couple of years ago. We were doing a kind of a common dig, and I'm going to tell you, there was a couple of different high bankers, and they were just truly complaining that they were not capturing any gold.
Mm,
There's no gold in the dirt you guys brought up. No gold, no gold. And there was another couple that had driven from Nevada all the way back there just to experience the East Coast. And Nancy was her name, and she says she's not the smartest turnip in the bunch, but she's like, Dominic, these people are running too fast. They're not even giving it a chance to capture. We're digging out of the same exact pile, and yet they were capturing gold.
right.
Once they started showing that, everybody else started slowing down, and voila, the gold was there. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
they think more material, they're going to get more, but that's not the case. Not when it's a fine gold that needs caught.
it's not, and to me, an ounce of fine gold is no different than an ounce of chunky gold. It all
Absolutely.
weighs out the same. And I think if I was to ask Ken, we're over $5,000 an ounce, and I know it's been bouncing up today a little bit more. I think it was over 5,100. Ken will do a little bit of a gold today market a little bit later, but if you're going to work hard and beat your body up a little bit, I would think you'd want to slow down and capture that gold.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So,
That's true.
Yeah, a little story
True.
about that I heard and it was from Vane Mountain. There was a guy that came out, and he was running and running and running, didn't find much gold, and he came back. It was a couple years later he came back and he ran, and all of a sudden he said, well, the gold got better. And the guy said, well, the gold didn't get better, your skills probably got better, and you learned how to use your
Mhm.
it's very true, Jim. And I know it's hard when I'm out there, and I know Ken, when we're there to help people. All we can do is give you suggestion. I know people get defensive. I've been running for 20 plus years. I know what I'm doing. Well, we're glad you do, but we're just trying to help you capture more gold. So graciously listen. I know a lot of people love to use miner's moss back there. I'm a big fan of miner's moss back there, but I've been using a lot of Dream Mat as well, which Ken has a speed banker. I know at his camp, there's a little bit of miner's moss in there in a plate, but basically you're still capturing most of the gold on that Dream Mat. Whether you're using a Hungarian from Keene or Gold Hog, again, you do need to slow down and let the mats work for what they're designed to do. And if you just want to sling dirt, go for it. You know, there's
Yeah.
dirt and there's gold bearing dirt, and we love gold bearing dirt.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
I'm in absolute agreement. We've had quite a few members, like you said, Dom. It's that they think they know, and they've been doing this a long time, and you go in and help them and tune and show them the difference, and then they'll go back and do it their own way again, and then we'll go back and tune it, and then they
yeah,
finally start catching on and realize that they start blaming the piles, and it's really not the piles. So we get a few of those, but and it's something we're going to be doing probably in our other videos coming up in the future, is the letters and the phone calls that we actually get from people thanking us to why we do these events, like the Dirt Fest events and the detector hunts and the dredging and stuff like that. Is that because people are learning and they say, wow, if I just ended up slowing down a little bit, taking my time, and then running that material and checking things and looking, since they really appreciate our help on that, and actually they're starting to see better performances in the gold recovery, and
absolutely,
that's who
absolutely.
you know
Well,
yeah
think what Sam just said this a few minutes ago. If you run more dirt, you're going to get more gold.
no
Yes, but no.
no
You know,
Yeah.
if you're running that efficiently in the way you should, and you run more, great. But slow it down. Just slow it down. And especially today with the price of where gold is, um, if you've had that gram, 2 years ago, and you go, oh, woo, wow, $50, but now you're sitting there going, you're just under $200 for that same volume. So slow it
yeah.
down and make sure you're capturing it.
And we know
Um,
that this works. Let me just interject on that really quick. We did an event a couple of years ago. We happened to have heavy equipment here at the time, and we had dug out new material, and then we were bucketing it over to everybody that was here at the event. And after the event, we went back and pulled the material, the tailings that they threw back into the pond, and we piled that up and let it sit for a day to drain. And we decided to try running several yards. It was probably about like 20, 30 yards. We ran back through the high bankers, and I could not believe the amount of gold that we captured out of that. And we were sharing that with our people the following year. Just said, listen, this is the gold that we recovered. And let me tell you, it was at least 50% that they recovered out, but then we pulled in the other 50% out, and we told, slow it down. Slow your material down. It's not about the amount of dirt you're going to run. It's about capturing that gold. So there was an example of the gold that we pulled out that they were throwing back into the pond, and it was just
well,
and
well,
at
we
today's
all have
prices, why throw it away?
right, right. What we all have to remember is, you know, I'm the picture behind me is that's in Arizona. Ken is sitting in Oconee, South Carolina. Jim and Sam are in, North Carolina. The ground and geology is different everywhere we go. But I will tell you, the ground does have a story. What we don't see is, it could be an old camp, it could be old roads. Ken at his place has an old horse trail that goes through there.
Hmm.
You don't know what that history was, but it's left secrets underneath that top of the ground.
That's
And I had a gentleman going, why was I taking people on the very top flat part of this? I don't want to call it mountain, but the very top part, above the desert washes. He said, "There's no gold up there; it all sits on the bottom." And I said, "Well, what you're thinking is what's here now, but what was is that's a plate that pushed that up. So the gold is still on the bottom, but the plate pushed it up. You
right.
have to understand those things." At Vane Mountain, a few years past, we brought an excavator and we started digging down, and we kind of came across some old mining thing, like sluice box stuff, about 15 feet down, that it was buried there. When did it get buried? Have no idea. So
Uh,
it's called prospecting for a reason. and then you want to try to put those puzzle pieces together. So, our biggest thing is, stick around when we do these events and we do different trainings. We're trying to uncover what was, so why are we going where we do? What it's a lot of questions. So um, you have to be ready to look for the clues and not
Yeah.
just about slinging dirt. So
And that's the fun
you-
part about these events, because you never know is going to happen. Um, we go through things, and all of a sudden, oh, wait a minute, we didn't do that. That just got uncovered, and it's a lot of fun because there are a lot of surprises
yeah.
from the stuff from digging up things.
Well,
Yeah,
let's kind of transition, because I
sure.
think we're highlighting Vane Mountain here, and we got a couple of events coming in there. So the next one coming up in a month and a half or so in April is a detector training experience. Ken and I, we ran one
Yeah.
there last year, and I think I can tell you I definitely learned some things for myself of what I wanted to kind of mold it into, and I've been doing that. Ken's been thinking that's just a nice way of how can we mess with you. Um, but the whole
Which we're
thing we
good
do
at.
these, yeah. It's time with your detector. It's getting you out in the field trying to find those treasures and relics when we're back there, and then that's when Ken and I kick into action in the afternoons, where we have these detector challenges. And again, that's where Ken and I go, how should we mess with them, Ken? And it's our way of having fun. But at the end of it, people really enjoy that they had more time with their detector. So I'm going to throw up, let's see if I can do this first one. Um, this is a QR code. If you want to come into Vane Mountain, and if somebody can help me with the date, I know it's in April. Um, it's 3 days, and usually the basic format is we do some training in the morning. We go out
Hmm.
hunting in the rest of the morning, and then after lunch we do these detector challenges. Again, it's all time with your detector. Obviously, there's prizes and goodies and good stuff that we give away for that. But if you want to hit that QR code, it's a great way to get yourself signed up. We have a VIP platform, and we have the essentials, which is just the basics. But we'll throw this back up in a little bit. But there's the QR code. Otherwise, you can go to myldma.com and hit the events, and that'll take you right there as well.
Just for those who are not that technically inclined, I'm sure most people know who a QR code is and what to do with it. Just take your cell phone, guys. Just take your cell phone, and all you do is take the camera part of it, and you just put the camera part of it, take a picture of it, and it'll take you right to the website. That's all it'll say. Connect to
Perfect.
website.
Thanks, Ken.
Yeah. Hey,
Perfect.
somebody asked me what a
Um,
QR code the other day was, and I couldn't believe it. I'm like, oh, yeah.
yeah.
So thought
Well,
I'd just throw that in there.
so Ken, anything you want to share with this detector experience? Again, I think we were looking up the date. Let me go to my
16th
other.
to the 19th.
No, I'm going to share. We have the dates. You got the dates, right? The 12th. You just said
The
12th to the
16th,
15th.
yeah, this April 16th to the 18th.
Oh, April 16th to the 18th. Okay.
So what we really
Um.
want you to do is you got to get signed up for it, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then you have to call Sam or Jim. If Jim doesn't answer, sometimes Leroy, his brother, does. But you call them to make a camping reservation. If you're going to be staying in camp,
Yep.
you want to make sure you secure that. You want to get that done before. If you just show up, there may not be a camping space. So you may be dry camping. Um, some people do stay in local hotels because maybe they didn't bring their camper. That's okay as well. But you definitely want to get there by Wednesday, because Thursday morning we start 7:30. There's coffee. Usually 8 o'clock we have a meeting, and then the faster we get you out, you're hopefully finding those treasures. A lot of Civil War things have been found back there. I can tell you pieces of guns, pieces of glasses, old mining equipment, spikes from railroads, all kinds of things have been found at Vane Mountain. And then, of course, we're trying to get into a
Yeah.
new exclusive area that's not connected on our property right now. And the beauty there is We have no idea. We know there's an old homestead site
Yeah.
on there, but what else are we going to find? I don't know.
Don't know. We're
So
excited. We're excited. I can't wait to
absolutely,
bring my detector
absolutely,
out and go check it out. You know, Stephen from
absolutely.
Southern Relics did this years ago, and the beautiful stuff that he got out. We have videos if you'd like to check out his page. Southern Relics on YouTube as well has done videos up at Vane Mountain on that detector hunt. So if you know Stephen, hey, great guy. Southern Relics has done some stuff out there.
Well,
We're excited.
here's
We're excited about it.
yeah. Here's something else we're excited about. During this detector event, Heath from History Seekers is going to
Mhm.
be there. He's going to help with training.
All right.
He was just with me at Stanton. Amazing job. He and gold is something newer to him, but he has been around the relics and treasure all his life. He carries over 1 million followers on Facebook. I think he's just under
Wow.
that on his YouTube channel, but he knows the territory. He knows the terrain. When it comes to him, he's been crucial in identifying where Elvis Presley's brother was buried. They kind of
Mm.
speculated, but they didn't really know. He has heat seeking radar or something or other. Um, he's traveled all around the United States, all around the world, a wealth of knowledge. And the best thing about Heath, he's down to earth just like you and I. You can have any kind of conversation with him, and he gets just as excited as anything else. He was, like I said, he was just out at Stanton, and Amber, a very good friend of his who travels with him and helps him. They were on one of the new Mine Lab Gold Monster 2000s, and she was working up this little, creek area, dry wash, and the detector made its noise. It's a squawk box to me, and he said, Amber, check it out, slow down. And sure enough, she uncovered it was just under a gram nugget.
Wow.
Beautiful. And I mean, he was like a kid on Christmas morning, like jumping up and down. And I know sometimes I exaggerate, but I'm not really right there. I mean, he was as excited as she was. And of course, he was trying to say to everybody else, "Hey, look at the little nugget we found." And Amber was very fast to go, "Me, not we." So,
We
we're
know who the gold
excited.
digger is there.
Yeah, but he'll probably do some live feeds from Vane Mountain as well. So he's real excited about being there. There's another possibility that somebody very high up in the detecting world will be there. I can't divulge who it is now.
Mhm.
Stay tuned. We just need to confirm it, but we're excited about that as well. So,
Right, awesome.
anybody else want to share anything about the detecting? I mean, um, you know, we definitely use this as a platform to get people time with their detector, and
Yeah, bring
it,
that picture back up that you brought up. We'll explain that. I'm going to let Jim and Sam actually explain this because this was really cool.
which picture did
And
you
I
want
would
to see?
the gold, the picture of the gold from Facebook.
All right, let me just flip through a
So
few of
we'll let
these. And,
for those that didn't see it on Facebook, we thought this was amazing. I'll let Jim and there you go. So Jim, Sam, explain this gold picture here. That's impressive. That's really
I
impressive.
don't know if you can see it.
I'm not going to show it.
we
well,
we have the best friends. We really do. Jack and Donna from up the creek had donated 6 grams of gold.
Wow.
So what we're going to do is we're going to put something in the ground during the metal detecting event, and some people aren't going to know what it means or anything like that, but
Nobody
whatever
will know
you
what it means
it doesn't
but
matter.
us.
Doesn't matter what you find, just keep it in your finds bag, because at the end of all of that, you are going to get a chance to win 1 gram of gold.
Wow.
nice.
That's amazing.
And that's 6
Got
chances. So
but you got to sign up for the Diggers Detector event. You get
Yep.
so that Dom, flash the QR code up one more time, guys. Sign up for the Diggers Detector event. We got what 6 grams of gold up on there as prizes. a gram each. Not going to know. We're not going to disclose what it is that you're going to have to find. There it is. There's the QR code. So we're going to leave it up there for about another 10 seconds. Grab your phone, go to that link, register, sign up, and we'd love to see you out there. And it's going to be an amazing. We're going to teach you training, one-on-one training, group training. Jim and Sam, you're going to be doing your special things up there too with everybody. Dom and I are going to be there with our antics and our surprises and stuff. So who knows? We kind of know what we're doing. We're just not going to tell anybody. So, but we got a lot of surprises up there too. Jim and Sam don't even know what we're doing.
Yeah, we're excited to find out.
Yeah, we don't even know.
Nope.
It's for your own sanity. It's better that way.
Up at all.
We just need you to go with the flow. Just go with the flow.
So, in a
You have
nutshell,
no choice.
we have 3 days. We kind of say that it's intense, but it's not. But you're filled with detecting for 3 days, both training these detector challenges, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I think, is it Friday or Saturday night that we're going to include a dinner in there? Because I can't remember which one it is.
I think the last day is on a Saturday. It's the 18th is Saturday.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Are you going to the 19th or is it?
Oh no, it's done on Saturday. I just we'll let people know, but whether Friday or Saturday night, we do a dinner that's included with this. And I think what did we do last year, Ken? Was it wild boar that we had with some possum? And then
it was roadkill. We got you actually hit it. I actually said, let's go back and get it. I said, we need some for dinner. So, and we cleaned it up and washed all the road, the dirt tracks off of it. And,
absolutely.
That was on that hidden property we went on and we hit it.
Well, and again, we're going to head back to that hidden properry, hopefully this time.
Yeah, we are.
So like we said, one of the big things, and it's coming up, is the detector experience. MyLDMA.com, hit the events tab if you didn't see that QR code, but get registered, make sure you secure your spot. I will tell you that there will be some big drawing prizes. There's always some gold nuggets, detector. There's a mystery treasure box that we do. What's in the box? Yes, it's a mystery. That's right out of Ken's playbook. Ken has done that many times. It goes very well. There's usually some swag given away from different metal detecting manufacturers out there. So it's a good time. It's a real good time. So that is the detector experience. What else?
Let me add something to that, just for our viewers. Know that this is open to everyone, whether you're a member, an LDMA member or not. It doesn't matter. They are priced a little differently, but hey, they are open to everyone. And we encourage you to bring your kids. We tell everybody, bring your kids. This is a great family event as well. I don't charge for the kids. I tell everybody, don't charge about 18, 17 and under. Listen, bring the kids out. We want the kids to be there. And
I'm glad you said that, Ken. Just to bring up just what happened at Stanton, one of the prizes, Mind Lab had donated a Gold Monster 1000. If anybody has recently went to purchase one of those, you're talking about literally just under $1,000 is what they retail for. And when we pulled the winning ticket, I learned the gentleman's name. Thomas came up. Thomas is 16 years old. His grandfather brought him. And he won a $1,000 detector.
Wow, that's amazing.
Me being me, I made sure I clarified some things. I verified that he did have a driver's license. I verified that he does not need to bring his grandfather next time. He is expected to be there. And I'm telling you, this young man was just so excited because it was his first time out really trying to learn metal detecting with his grandfather. So definitely bring kids, bring grandkids. It's a good time. And again, think about it. We always hear, Ken, How many times have you heard, we got to get the younger generation involved?
They're our
Well,
future.
Ken and
That's
I
right.
and Jim and Sam, we can't make anybody, but parents, grandparents, get your kids or grandkids involved. I'm going to tell you, being out walking on Vane Mountain in this particular case, walking on Vane Mountain property and knowing that you can dredge in high bank and metal detect and
Yeah,
pan and sluice or gems, there's a lot of topaz there. Um, that's better than any PlayStation 5 I know, period.
that's true. That's true.
Um, you know, a lot of times people go, what's topaz look like? Because we're used to going to the jewelry store and seeing it. Well, when
Yep.
you're there, you can hold up a piece of topaz that looks like a rock. When it's wet and it fell off the, out of the grizzly of a high bank or whatever, it looks different than when it's dry. And then, of course,
Yep.
when it gets fired and polished, it looks a lot different. But there's a
Yep.
ton of topaz back there. So,
That's true.
All right, what else do we have going on at Vane Mountain this year?
Go ahead.
We got a dredge event coming up. That's in June. And Memorial Day, we're going to go ahead and do a cookout here for anybody that wants to come.
It'll be an all weekend event where we're
starting Saturday and going through till Monday.
And if you go and pay for the whole weekend, we feed you free on Monday. We're going to smoke some meat up, and your meal will be included.
Wow, cool. Well, let's talk about this dredge event, and we're not going to say too much, but Muddy Creek, we have a certain allotment of dredges that can be in there. So if you have a dredge, let us know what size it is or whatever.
Yep.
Just know that you will not be working on it by yourself. There's going to be kind of teams with on each of these dredges, so everybody gets their experience. There'll be some dredge challenges. That means that Ken and I get to go frolic down Muddy Creek, throwing away certain targets that hopefully you'll get in your nozzle and into your sluice box. They'll mean something. But it'll be a good couple of days of that. There'll be a dinner included with that as well. But it's quality time in the water, and then of course we have some other challenges out of the water that'll be kind of fun. Ken, let's not say anything more than that.
No,
no. But I guess all we could say is thank you for showing up. We're going to have fun.
Yeah.
But again, with that, here's a different QR code. This takes you directly to the dredge sign up. But again, if you go to myldma.com, hit events, it'll direct you to that. And again, there's only a limited amount of slots available. So the sooner you get signed up for that, the better. Again, same thing. Once you get signed up, you'll get a 411 information packet on everything, and then definitely give Sam and Jim or Leroy, and there's another guy named Fred as well that sometimes answers the phone. Give them a call, reserve your spot, and we'll go from there. But we're excited about that. I think some people have said, hey, are you going to bring back any of the dirt parties or the dirt fest or a common dig? We will. We're as Jim and Sam are, I hate to use this word, cleaning up the camp and getting it really ready for people to get in there. We will start bringing back more and more stuff. But the main thing is be a participant of these upcoming events so that we can continue to grow and, get an excavator or backhoe in there and pull a lot more material.
Yeah.
And also for the detecting event, we're filling up pretty quick. So make sure you get your ticket, get your spot.
Absolutely. It's definitely going to be a great time. And again, when you come back, I don't care if you're detecting or dredging, you're still going to uncover stuff that's been down for who knows how long. About a year ago, there was a guy that was dredging, and again, he said the same thing in Muddy Creek. People have been up and down this creek, year after year. Well, if they did, how come somebody missed a just under half-ounce nugget that he pulled on the side?
That's right.
It's rare, but it does still happen. So,
Yep.
And I think with the dredge event that we're going to do, this dredge quest, we are looking at even teaching people if they've never dredged before. So be a part of it if you've never done it. If you're more experienced, we'll have some that'll be using air to go down and stay underwater a little bit longer. I think Ken, I was concerned. I'm like, Ken, how do we get these people up out of the water so they listen to us? And Ken said it's easy. You just go up to their hose and turn it over. And he said they'll come up real fast. No, but yeah, any event that we do, please don't feel that you need to be proficient. This is training for all, whether you have never done it or whether you've done it a lot. The beauty of LDMA when we host these events is we're there to help people. We're there to educate people. So get
And
involved.
I understand. We're not doing compressed air training. Well, just let's make that clear. We are going to do long arming, and but if you'd like to you have compressed air and you want to do that, that's fine. You want to talk about it, that's fine as well. But just know that we're not going to be doing compressed air training. So,
Yeah.
But this is going to do everything else. But just know that. So, but we're here to, like you said, we're here to have a lot of fun with it, and yeah, I'm excited about that. To seeing these dredges and getting everybody in the water and learning how to do dredging is just an amazing thing. I learned about it a long time ago, and it's been exciting. It's been exciting.
And also with that horrible storm that came through with Helene, I mean, this place was flooded. We pulled a lot of trees out of the water, so I mean that's all stuff that hasn't been touched in a while. So it's,
absolutely.
Everything got replenished. There's plenty of gold in the water.
And
I bet.
What is the weather typically like?
Last week it was in the upper 70s, so it's going to be warm.
This June,
By
June, it's going to be warm, right?
We should be seeing about 80-degree water, and it's gonna. I think it should be fine.
Yeah,
maybe we'll get some rains right before that, which will be really good too. So
I'm looking at the weather report. It looks like it's going to be slight winds out of the northwest. The waves will be about 4 to 6 feet in Muddy Creek. Yeah, it's going to be pretty radical, guys. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good time.
Yeah, a lot of air bubbles.
A lot of air bubbles.
A lot of air bubbles.
Yeah.
We will be available to help people too with the dredging. So
again, exactly what Sam just said. We're there to, if you're new to it, you've never done it before, this is your opportunity to come in. We'll teach you. We'll get you on more of the training one versus others, but you're still going to have a blast doing it. To me, my personal preference is, do you want to sit there shoveling, or you just want to sit there with a nozzle and go back and forth and just relax in the nice water? It's nothing like dredging.
Yeah.
Nothing like it.
Nothing like.
Your little fishes come up next to you.
Exactly. Let's see. I'm trying to look down our list. What else do we got?
Oh, we're also adding
what pile? Yeah, go ahead, Sam. I'm sorry.
We're adding horseshoes and cornhole. We're going to start doing some tournaments.
Nice.
We
got some tournaments. Cool. Awesome.
We're coming up close to our hour mark here, Ken. So I know we need to kind of wrap it a little bit.
Yep.
What I will tell people is when we post this, if you have questions on anything we've talked about, just put it in the comments. Of course, like us, love us, follow us, all that good stuff. But put your questions down in there, and we will answer as fast as we can. If you need to, Sam's going to tell you the phone number of the camp right now.
828. Help me out. 828 something.
652.
652-0144.
There you go.
I had that part. Just the middle one.
I don't know.
I love that. They're dredging right now. And if not, just call the LDMA main event hotline, 888-465-3717. It's 888-465-GOLD 3717. Yeah, if you have any questions, like comments, call us, whatever like that. So What I'm going to do is I'm going to say thank you, Jim. Thank you, Sam. I'm going to take you off the screen right now, and Ken and I are going to kind of go into a wrap up mode. But we thank you very much. We will be circling back
Yeah,
to you
thank
guys,
you.
in the near few weeks. Obviously, we want to go through this detector experience and then bring on the dredge full court press. And I have a feeling that we will
Go.
probably be planning a separate dredge quest later in the year after this first one fills up. So
And
thank
follow
you,
us on the
Jim and
Facebook
Sam.
page. Follow us on
Absolutely.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What that
LDMA
is if
Facebook page.
go to Facebook.
LDMA Bay Mountain Camp Facebook page.
Yeah. LDMA space Vane Mountain Camp. You can find it right there.
Yep.
All
All
right.
right. Well,
Thanks for
thank you
having
so
us.
very much.
Thanks,
You
guys,
guys
for
take
stopping
care.
in.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
All right,
Well,
Ken,
that
it's
was
back to you and me.
I really that was awesome. I'm glad they stopped in. That
I'm
was
sure.
I'm
I'm sure
loving
glad
it.
they did too.
Oh,
Let
so
me see. I might have some other. I can't remember if I have some other pictures. Who's this guy?
oh,
Uh,
Mr. Marvelous. Oh,
you
that's
know,
a Tony. That's
you know.
Mr. Tony.
I think you said the same thing I did. This guy introduced himself years ago.
He
Been
did.
coming to. He's been coming to events on the East Coast. Vane Mountain, your camp, Coney, Loudmine in Georgia.
Yep.
Has come to the West Coast. And I said, "Hey, how you doing?" And he said, "Marvelous." I thought that was his name, didn't you, Ken?
I did too. For years, I thought we called him Marvelous.
Hey, Marvelous
Hey,
is here.
Marvelous is here. And he would
And
always brighten up a camp. He's an amazing gentleman.
he is.
Always a smile on his face. He's very laid back, but he just loves the gold. He loves going and playing in the dirt, and he just loves hanging out and talking. He's an amazing man. He's a really
He
nice
is.
guy.
He is very
Nice guy.
knowledgeable as well.
Yeah, and very well. Yep.
Well,
We
let's.
have.
Yeah, what do
Go
we
ahead.
have? No, you go.
It's funny you brought up Tony, because Tony has given so much to the LDMA. I mean, over the years, he has helped out camps tremendously. He's been to the events, and he's donated a lot of stuff. In fact, Coney, he donated a transit and ruler and stuff. So, and we really appreciate it because we're doing our septic and we were doing some other stuff, and we needed to know some elevations, and he had done that. He's done some amazing things at other camps as well, donated stuff. And I was thinking about Tony. I said, I'd love to recognize Tony for what he's done over the years. And Dom, go ahead. Let's tell him what did we do for Tony? We wanted to do something special for Tony.
Well, let me stop the tape for a second. Were we giving him a Cadillac?
Well, it wasn't a Cadillac; it was a Tesla. But
No, he's not from California.
I was going to give him a Tesla. I mean,
Okay,
no.
I'm going to start the tape back up, and then I'll tell him. So
Okay,
no
yeah,
Cadillac, no steak
no,
knives.
no,
Okay,
no.
let me start the tape back up.
Okay.
Okay, Ken, I
Okay.
think what we
Yeah.
should give Tony is, why don't we give him a nice bag of pay dirt? Because we still want him to work a little bit. We could just
do.
hand him gold, but he doesn't get satisfaction of finding it in the dirt. So Tony, when you comment, give me my gold, we're going to make sure you get a bag of pay dirt from us, and it's going to have some nice looking gold in there. How's that sound?
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, I like that.
All right,
Tony. So you're to the marvelous man of 2025 and throughout the years prior to that. Thank you so much for your service and helping us. And yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Tony. Looking forward to seeing you. As you can see here, what he does is he's busy in the hopper of his little high banker there, but he always leaves his waving glove on top of his shovel when he's not shoveling. So that's what you see right there. So So Tony, we will see you in a few weeks out there. I'm looking forward to that. But make a comment and say you want your gold in the comments, Tony, and you will get a bag of pay dirt from us.
And he is going to be at that dredge event at Vane Mountain, so I know that. So I look forward
Absolutely.
to seeing Tony back in the water again and playing in the dirt. I do.
Absolutely. Well,
So
if anybody that's watched this, if you have questions about Vane Mountain, that our highlighted camp, put the questions in there. We will answer as fast as we can for you. If you need something faster, call 888-465-3717. If you need to
yep,
make a reservation, make sure you call the camp directly. Follow their Facebook page, which is LDMA space Vane Mountain Camp, and you'll see constantly what they've been doing to clean up that camp and any activities. They will be doing some camp activities, like they said. I think it was Memorial Day. They're doing
yep,
something.
yep.
Um,
Cookout.
so look for more, small, intimate group cookouts and things like that. If you have nothing to do and you want to volunteer a little bit of time, I'm sure they always have something going on out there, whether it's painting signs, cleaning up this little area, or whatever. There's always something going on.
Oh yeah, they've been
And
active like crazy, and I'm just really thankful for them. They really have been working hard at that camp. So yeah,
absolutely,
head on
absolutely.
back. I want to make a comment too, just about, and Tony made me think about this, and again, I appreciate him. Uh, do me a favor, guys. Hit the subscribe button on YouTube. Hit the subscribe and the like button and the bell. And if you leave a comment, drop us a line. Just drop a comment. I don't care what it is. Just say, hey, I saw your video, whatever. Leave a comment, and I'll tell you what. Dom and I actually read these, and we actually will respond to you guys. And who knows, the next video, we might pick you for something special giveaway. We we we
Absolutely,
we can do
absolutely.
something very special. So we've gotten some nice comments on that last video we did, and we appreciate you guys for doing that. We really do.
Absolutely,
Yep.
absolutely. Well, Ken, as always, wait, Ken, give us a quick, 30-second or less, or maybe 30 seconds
Oh
plus
yeah,
30.
we want.
How is gold today?
Oh, you know what? As predicted, I saw some things happening earlier in the week, and we won't talk about the Trump administration, and what's going on. But I did see a turnaround, and we're at 52.35 for gold today, up $128. Silver is up $4.09 today, 88.68. That is the Ken Gold Precious Metals Report. Going
Awesome,
exactly what
awesome.
I saw. We are up 2.5% today on gold. So um, I'm seeing it exactly how I was going to call it. This week should be good. This week, if we don't see anything um, economically around the world, uh, I see oil down and I see gold
Yeah,
and silver up. I do. That's what
absolutely,
I'm saying. So,
absolutely.
it's a good time to get out in the dirt. Weather's going to start turning around out west. I hear it's turning around already out west. You've been out in the dirt last week. Um,
Absolutely.
People were in the dirt 2 weeks ago here. It was like mid 70s. People had started coming out, excuse me, and getting the high bankers going and playing in the creek, playing in the dirt. And we got plenty there. Vane's got dirt. People are coming into
Well,
camps, and
let
it's
me
going to
share
be a good
something
year.
with you. Let me
Sure.
share something with you, Ken. So I took a little, kind of in the area that's behind me. I went up one of these washes, where just a little bit of a road in between, and I went up probably roughly about almost a mile from where I had people detecting. And what I uncovered, you just said in the dirt, in the dirt, in the dirt. What I uncovered was two huge areas where it was decomposing granite. So let's just call it a rock.
A rock.
And when I went up and put my hand on this rock, it just kind of breaks away and it's all
Right.
fractured and cracks. There is dirt material in all these cracks. And what I did was that point I went and grabbed a pan and I'm pushing these rocks down. I didn't have a crevicing tool with me. I was not
Hmm.
prepared. My
Right.
hand without a glove, okay? I'm pushing down, but I'm capturing these rocks. What I did is I went back, washed the, what mud, because it had rained, wet dirt off. I panned out and found multiple flakes of gold.
Wow.
Guess where I'm going back when I'm back out in the Stanton area? But I'm going back. I will bring my roto hammer. I won't really need it, but I'll have it. But I'm really bringing my portable battery powered vacuum, mini shop vac, and I'm going back to that place, and I'm going to pull a lot of that rock, decomposing granite, where I believe that there's gold hiding, waiting for me to find.
Yep. There you go.
So sometimes when we say, hey, you're detecting in this terrain, you're dredging, or you got to go dig dirt, or you got to pick and shovel people, I'm just going to take part of a granite rock, and I'm going to find some gold.
Have you taken your pinpointer or your detector out there? No. Okay. We won't talk about it.
No,
we won't talk about it. Never mind.
To me, that's a good tidbit that I can't tell you how many people drove past that same area, because there are tracks in the sand in this little wash. Right. But that rock has never been touched, or you would have noticed it by it being fragmented off. So, well, folks, again, follow us. We're going to keep pushing these out if you keep liking them, but ask us questions. We may get to the point where we start doing this live so we can answer live questions, but show us a little. Yeah, show us a little support by asking questions. And if there's subjects that you want us to talk about, we're happy to do that. You can either reach out to us by phone, but mention it on there, because other people may want to see your questions as well. I know, eventually we're going to talk about a Coney camp, and we're going to talk about that beautiful orange colored clay that stains your clothes, and we're not talking tie-dye there. But we're going to move around and talk about different events and different camps. So give us your questions or give us your subjects, and we'll be happy to answer.
For our next video, I have pictures and even some video of guys, and I don't really want to give it away. I am going to give it away. There were some guys in mine shafts here at Coney, and they got video and pictures, and I'll share that. I will share that. But it was
beautiful.
You'll love it, because these guys they have never been in there, never been in a mine shaft before, and they visited 2 of them actually, and they got video, they got pictures and videos. I didn't get to go because I had a lot to do. I just wasn't part of it, but they shared it with me, and yeah, it was exciting to see the pictures. Yeah, so I'm gonna share that with the next video we do. So
sounds good.
Yeah.
Final thoughts other than that, Ken?
Yeah, know that this is not edited. We put everything in there. We just want to have fun with it. And guys, let us know. Ask your questions. Let us know how we did. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to the next one.
So let's, people take advantage of the events that we put out there, not just at Vane Mountain. We do them at all the camps. There's going to be a hog at some place. There's going to be barbecue at another place. There's always something going on. But you know what? Slow down, understand what you need to look for, play in the dirt, and find the treasures that other people have walked right past, because it's still out there. All right. Be safe, be kind, and we'll see you next time.
Take care, guys.